Hello everyone, my name is Clentus and welcome to the clan. And so without further ado, let's get into the video because we are doing that segment. You guys are busy sending me amazing suggestions as to what to call this segment. I promise tomorrow, which is Friday, I am going to put a post in the morning that you guys can vote which name should we call this segment. And I'm loving the suggestions. Please, if you did suggest before I lost your suggestions, please re-enter them because I would love those also to make it onto the poll. So I am going to choose, because the poll, I think it can only take five slots. So please, I'm begging you, do suggest. Do not forget to suggest as we continue with this amazing segment. I'm loving this segment so much because I get to hear, and other people also get to hear what your comments are about regarding the Senzo Mewa murder trial, and everything that is going on at the Pretoria High Court. And I'm very excited about that. So before I continue, please smash the like button for me so that you can trigger the YouTube algorithm to go fetch more clan members and let them come and join this family that is growing, a family that is very much appreciative of the work that I do. So now let's dive into your comments, and I will start with the latest comments, and as we go down, and it will also depend how long the video is going to be. I don't want the video to be too long, at least 20 minutes-ish. So the first comment comes from Ngo. I've been following you. The way you analyze this case, Iyamangaza, you are doing a wonderful job. Oh, thank you. I thought it was going south. I must be honest. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Your videos helped a lot to those who can't watch 5 hours live stream during the day to all these TV channels. I get what you mean. Like, I'm able to summarize everything that happened over the period of 3-4 hours during the day when the case is in court. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it when my work is being appreciated. Thank you. I know you're not the only one. Many people tell me this all the time. I appreciate you guys. And then Sipo says, the truth always wins the dirty race. Amen to that. And then we have Lindiwe. The state is really playing dirty. Baloy really wanted to ambush the defense lawyers. Wow. Yeah, we know that this is what he has actually, he has amounted to. He has amounted to the point where now he thinks that he can, his arrogance for me, it's his arrogance that is making him think that he's now, or maybe not because his arrogance. He knows that the judge is going to rule in his favor because they are buddies. You know what I'm trying to say? So if a person of authority is your friend, there's a tendency of also you misusing their power by mistreating other people. So I think maybe that's the reason why Baloy is doing what he's doing, because he knows the judge has his back. And then Naval says, this judge is partial in favor of the state. The judiciary needs to look into this judge's behavior. He's a retired judge. I think at this point, he's like, you can look into me, you're not going to look into me, I'm retired, bye. I don't know, but you are right. You are absolutely right. While he's still presiding in this matter, he still has to behave like a judge, because there could be 5 innocent people that may find themselves convicted of a crime they never committed. The operative word for those of you sitting at the back is might have or maybe. So don't come and say, how do you know that I use the word maybe or might have? Okay? Thank you. You can sit down at the back. Thanks. And then Sisanda says, Mshololo is the advocate that she thinks she is. Oh, yesterday. In fact, Mshololo always impresses me. Now I got to understand, because remember you guys, the first round of the trial, I was not watching it because I had no interest in the Senzo Mewa murder trial at all. I had quit on Senzo Mewa murder back in 2015, and I think I've been saying this over and over and over. And by the time some people were arrested and the trial started, I was rolling my eyes because I was like, I don't think those are the right people. And look at us. We now more convinced than ever that these people are incorrect. The people that are sitting in the dock are incorrect. Where are the people that were with Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 2014? Because they're supposed to be on in the dock as co-accused. Accused number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Where are they? Why do we have people that we not make sure why they are there? We were told by eyewitnesses that there were 2 intruders, but we are seeing 5 men that are in the dock, which goes to show that this whole thing is a sham. And then we have Olga. Olga says, I'm going to the chat live on the weekend. Count me in. Oh yeah, definitely we are going to be going live on Saturday, and I'm going to post the link so that you can come through and so we can have a live chat like in real time. I love doing that with you guys. You guys are amazing. We have so much fun together when we do that. Okay, why this is not refreshing? I figured it out how to read your comments, guys. I figured it out. I think YouTube updated the comment section, and now it kind of like confused me. YouTube is forever evolving. That's another thing you guys may not know in the background. It's always evolving. So that's why I was having trouble with the comment section. But anyways, let's continue. Simongile says, we want the trial. We want a trial within a trial for witnesses. Okay, let me restart that. We want a trial within a trial, not witnesses who was not in the house. Yes, like I said earlier, excuse me, where are the people that were in the house with Senzo Meyiwa when he was murdered? Why none of them is charged with anything? OG Media says, checking in. I see you. Thank you for coming through. Mikwe says, Baloyi is playing dirty games. Yeah, he is playing dirty games because he is allowed to play dirty games. Even though yesterday the judge felt that Baloyi needed to be fair on the defense, but that's because he's been called out by YouTubers. I'm talking about the judge. Okay, now it just almost became like a 5-year-old. He became so petty that he called us self-appointed experts and those that know more than he does. And I'm thinking, sir, we don't know more than you do, especially in the field that you are in. But we can smell and suck out when you are misbehaving. When we think that, no, this is not how a judge is supposed to behave like. Even if we, okay, I almost made it a simile on debate teams. Some of us were part of debate teams in school and university. And then how the adjudicator behaves, it's almost like how a judge should behave. Like, you are presiding over a debate, and you are governing the debate as well in making sure that it does not get out of hand. Nobody gets the emotions involved, but it be a battle of ideas where we are learning from each other, whether you are for or against. So now this judge, why he is the one, as the presiding officer, all emotional, rolling his eyes and going, God, to the defense whenever they submit something. That's not how a judge is supposed to behave like. So that is why we are on this judge's behavior, that it is wrong. Anna Marie Adams says, I'm a Ghanaian and my name is Anne and I have been following Senzo's case. The people in the house must come to court, all 6 of them. 100% agree, Anna Marie, and welcome to the clan. Then we have Metusile. Metusile, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. Okay, this is a bit of a, I like this sort of comments because I like when people elaborate on what they are saying. Metusile says, after Zungu's testimony and cross-examination, my take on this matter is that the 5 accused persons are innocent. Otherwise, if they were the guilty ones, there wouldn't any need to fabricate evidence and bring in Zungu to testify. Even the way in which Baloyi brought in Zungu was not the normal procedure. Baloyi tried to ambush the defense because statements should be discovered to the defense before the trial commences so that it prepares its defense accordingly. This seems to be the trend now, even with the next witnesses. I highly agree. I kept thinking that during discovery, all documents, whatever is going to be discussed in the court needs to be fairly given to the other side as well, so they can prepare and consult with their clients. Therefore, that whole process, it becomes a fair trial. Therefore, you are respecting Section 35 of the Constitution, that an accused person that is before a court needs to have a fair trial. That is why all documents needs to be forwarded. All witnesses that are going to take the stand, they also need to be forwarded to the other side of the spectrum, I suppose. I agree with that. The fact that Zungu made his sworn statement in May this year, when his testimony is based on what he saw on the 26th of October 2014, raises a lot of eyebrows. My view is that they waited for the trial to start so that those who were in the house and the forensics and ballistic witnesses can testify first. You and I thinking alike. I'm telling you, you and I thinking alike. Then they suddenly called Zungu to come and put all the 5 accused and the 9mm pistol and 38 pistol together. They even brought in the hoodie story so that everything sounds true. Yep. But cross-examination exposed Zungu's lies in many ways. For example, when asked by Nisi if he had ever met Gardner before 26 October 2014, he said he had never. But in his statement, he said there was no need for Gwabini to introduce him to Gardner because they met in Joburg very often. He said they normally call Gardner Butelezi boy, but under cross-examination, he says he had never met him before 26 October 2014. You cannot be confused by someone that you are very familiar with. I agree. The year in which Gwabini shot Sinago is also another point that shows that his statement was fabricated. Gwabini shot Sinago in 2017, yet Zungu was talking about the incident in 2014. 3 years before it happened, an embarrassing lie. I truly agree. You are on fire. So by bringing in fabricated evidence, the state is really desperate to convict innocent people. The accused may be criminals, but they certainly are not the ones that killed Senzo. The question is, who is the state protecting? Good question. The unfortunate thing here is that the judge has allowed Zungu to evade and avoid answering questions. The judge was supposed to order Zungu to stop wasting the court's time and answer questions as asked. But Zungu's testimony is just a fabrication. The 5 accused did not kill Senzo. That's the end of the comment. I love comments like this because I get to understand your chain of thoughts as well. Not that all your comments are not like that. Yesterday, I misunderstood one of my loyal clan members. I'm so sorry once again. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood it. The reason why I misunderstood is because your comment was so short. It left me thinking on my own, this is what you probably mean, and this is, the other side, I didn't look at it. I only saw this side, and as a result, I'm totally misunderstood you. I am so sorry for that. I apologize. That was not my intentions. So, when you talk like this is when I get to understand what you mean. Okay, when you say you report, it doesn't have to report, he needs to help and call, then you elaborate on that, then I will have understood you very well. But nonetheless, it's water under the bridge now. And then we have Southern African boy. Crazy to imagine Senzo died for a bean. My daughter, control your sausages. For a second, I'm thinking, what? The clan members will murder you, I tell you. It will save you lots of money and possibly your life. No comments. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I got caught off guard. Anyway, let's go to you. Nonkulilego says, Nokulunga, sorry, I'm so sorry. Nokulunga says the judge has an agenda and he was sent. Okay. Nokulunga says the judge has an agenda and he was sent to do something. Possibly. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, but the way he's behaving, to me, he's definitely compromised. I would say he is definitely compromised. I hate the fact that I will have to speak like that about a judge, a sitting judge for that matter, because you would think that our judges are independent. They are not influenced by outside noise. They're not influenced by the state. They're not influenced by the defense. They're not influenced by anything. All they have to do is make sure that justice seems to be served. That's all. Seem to be served. I'm still laughing in my head. Look at the tears. Oh my goodness. Nit says those advocates need to bring a present. Okay, let me start this again. Nit says those advocates need to bring a presence in that courtroom. They need to up it a notch. This is a war. Mumalo a Klohili to hold his arms. No, I agree. I think I get what you mean. They need to come with an oomph and, like, I get what you're saying. But also there must not also seem to be Hollywood lawyers as well in court. They need to do it in such a way that even the judge will be intimidated to intervene because of the that you're talking about. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. And I think they're beginning to stand up to the judge, especially Advocate Mshololo. Somebody said yesterday that, because Mumana started out like that as well, he was pretty strong with the judge. He was almost saying, hey, that type of face that he had. But suddenly he is subdued. And somebody said in the comment that I read, maybe the judge has something on him. Then I was like, okay, that's interesting. I'm listening. But yeah, he's just turned into this timid little boy. I hate to say this about Mumana because I like him a lot. And then we have auxiliary nurse. I'm just waiting for those people, or for these people to be arrested. I'll make a victory dance. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be that victory dance that, what's his name, Zungu talked about in his evidence in chief, that after the 5 men killing Senzo Meyiwa, they came back to the hostel and celebrated with a bottle of Jameson. I'm sure he forgot about that, or he forgot saying that. Because this guy, he will say, no, you see, what I was trying to say is, no, as correctela, as lungisela. That's how we'll say, let's correct this, let's correct here. You the one who said it now, why are we correcting things? You need to be clear from the start of what you are saying. Not come and clear things later on, now that you are being cross-examined. Tobozisi, okay, I think you wrote something and you edited and then you say continue. Okay, we watch people in the house before the trial making statements, some claiming that they could not be able to identify the witnesses. We heard heights and color being confused. The first intruder had been short, while the other person saying he was tall. So it goes for the skin tone. We had Tumelo in Netflix stating that when Longwe entered the house, like there was an angel of death. Oh yeah, I remember him saying that. Yeah, paraphrasing. We had Longwe in Radio 702 when he asked why he did not call the police after he ran out of the house, claiming that he left his cell phone in the house. And within a minute or so, saying that he had his cell phone with him the whole time, and he left the house with it. I need to ask this. If Longwe was running away from the intruders, why was he making 2 contradictory statements on the same day, on the same interview? Why could it be so difficult for Longwe to call the police if he left people in the house with intruders, now assassins? The main marker in the explanation of the people in the house is that the intruder spoke English in Zulu Sotho accent. All those people are Zulus, right? All of them. This means that the intruders were township born and bred people who are either Zulu but who cannot speak the KZN Zulu. People from Kwanongoma, that is northern KZN. It is where they speak isiZulu Paka. All these people that speak, and then you coming and telling me these people will speak a Zulu accent in a Sotho accent? No, they are not township Zulus. Definitely, you are right there. But who cannot speak the KZN Zulu or Sothos? Who knows the Gauteng Township Zulu? I fit that description because I am a Soweto-born Zulu speaker. Only the part of Zulu Sotho, not the whole claim. I get you that, iqanda neqanda. Let's not start that debate because it upsets me all the time. Iqanda. Egg. Okay, I'm so sorry. All of a sudden, Vaseline introduced the third narrative that of assassins in Inkabi. The state is now confused because it is relying on two narratives, using the intruder narrative to support its assassin or Inkabi narrative. This is madness, pure madness, because the intruders, if the state had a criminal profiler, he or she would have come up with this profile. I miss Pete Bellefeld. Pete Bellefeld would have long sorted this matter out. Two people who entered the house were inexperienced criminals in robbing people in the house, whose intent was to get the properties of the people in the house and ran away. These intruders might have been involved in other petty crimes. However, the manner they conducted themselves, they seem to have been prepared to find any resistance from the people in the house and may have shot Senzo unintentionally, given that they did not shoot Longwe, who pushed one of them, as well as the women who were using aluminum crutches to fight with him. These are township born and bred who might not have gone to high school. Petty criminals with no experience in this kind of robbery. Inkabi or assassins do not pretend to be robbers. They tend to eliminate everyone to avoid being caught. The methodology is straight in, straight out. The arrested person speak pure isiZulu. Thus, they could not have been a Zulu Sotho accent when speaking English. But crazy enough, 1928, with all this experience, thinks that the assassins are the same intruders. Thinks that assassins are the same intruders. The witnesses in the house were giving evidence about this is ridiculous. Police authorities, Zungu has never been a Kwamakumalo, and the incident he is describing is just a combination of different events that has nothing to do with the Senzo's case, that ties some of the accused in dealing with him and his son, nephew, Kwabini, but not connected to the Fosler's case. Vaseline has entangled many cases to produce the assassin narrative that has no leg to stand on. Even if he can bring an FBI expert for this case, the state now knows that the majority of citizens hate assassins. To bring criminals who were involved in assassination will appease us, and voila, the case is closed. Zungu is a police tsotsi who deals with the state is that he throws some of his criminal friends the way they're involved with the other cases to take a fall for the Fosler's case. We cannot allow the state to think that we are fools for the mere fact that we are simple laymen, as uneducated and as we are. We are not fools, and we study some of these cases. We watch true crime, CSI, cold cases, and we know what justice fairness is. Ellie McBeal, that used to be my Ellie McBeal, the practice, that used to be my thing as well. We know that is a cover-up. We might not know all the laws and the court procedures, but a hogwash is a hogwash. I am now watching this case just as an entertainment. Pistorius' case was the real case, and even before the judge, Masipa, pronounced her findings, I saw that the evidence points to intent to murder. Judge Ratha, notoriously known as 1928, is just exposing himself how he has no moral fiber left in soon to expire body. Oh my gosh. You went for the jugular there. As it Mthokozisi Langa went for the jugular. Okay, no, I like that. I do like what you just said in your comments. Everything that you said, I believe that you took us through the entire trial. And then this judge should have, at the point where the second narrative came in, said, whoa, whoa. Look at Mr. Baloy and say, Mr. Baloy, do you have a case? Because now you are introducing a second narrative. The first narrative was that there were two intruders. Now you are bringing something holistically different in Mr. Zungu. What's going on? This is where he's supposed to have cut off this trial and said there is no case against the 5 accused and then let go. The MPA will be forced to arrest the 6 people that were with Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 2014, because that's where the truth lies. I believe this with all of my heart, with all my soul and my noggin, and all of my IQs. I'm telling you, the truth lies there. So you're definitely correct, Mr. Mthokozisi. Thank you so much for your contribution. Betty Elizabeth says, thank you. Oh, is this a super thank? I think it's a super thank. I'll check it. Because usually a super thank will just say thank you. But if it's a super thank, Betty Elizabeth Zama, thank you so very much. Thank you so much. I'll pin it once I find it. Danny M. I thought the downloads were done already. Now who's this other witness beats me? I'm interested to hear who this person is. Why they keep giving us this cell phone analysts? Really? Tulu says, yes, codes that suit him. And we are tired of those codes. Those authorities, basically. There are authorities or precedences, as they're also known in law, from what I hear. Pat Zangreger. Great. Thank you. And then we have Walkwood. Oh, I gave up on this case. I'll watch your updates. Thank you. Okay, so I see when Mthokozisi started. So it's quite short. It's not as long as the second where he continued. If you may allow me, and then we'll just close it with his opening statement. This is his opening comment. Okay, this case is confusing people, and it is simple. Let me dissect it. Number one, in 2014, Senzo was shot in Makumalo's house, and only the people in the house knew what happened. Then the people who were outside either saw no one coming or going outside of the house other than those in the house, or saw someone too. No one was arrested, and we wonder why. 3. So we had 2 narratives. The people in the house claimed that there were intruders, people they never saw before, and the description of the suspects either resulted in a wrongful arrest or no arrest at all. The second narrative is that Senzo was shot by someone in the house, either by mistake or intentionally. Mistake. Longo was fighting with Zandile. Senzo tried to intervene and he got shot in the process. Intentionally, Longo was angry to know that Senzo had slept with his girlfriend, or during the fight between Longo and Zandile. As Senzo was intervening, Longo told him that he was the cause of the problem. As he has slept with his girlfriend. That resulted in Kelly taking a gun and pointing at Senzo. Unfortunately, safety switch was off and she shot Senzo, though the intent was to threaten him. But the one I find to be reasonable is that Longo was angry that Mthokozisi Twala might have slept with his girlfriend and threatened him with the gun. Thus, we find Mthogo jumping at the Thus, finding Mthogo jumping at the Ngashe's house, the escape could have resulted due to the intervention of Senzo and that is when he got shot at. These are allegations, but the sweet and short part of it is that we have two arguments in court, one of the intruders and the other of the people in the house shooting Senzo. I will continue this on the next comment, which we already read. This is when the court's supposed to have said, guys, this is it. There's no case, insufficient evidence, and then closed it. Today, I think we will be hearing or going through the process of the 6 people going to the magistrate's court, applying for bail. Either they get granted bail, denied bail, and then the case transferred to the Pretoria High Court, and then they get prosecuted to find if indeed they did kill Senzo Mewa or it was accidental and things of that nature. So anyways, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel. I highly appreciate you guys for supporting the channel financially. This does take a lot of work and time to put together. I appreciate you guys so very much for that. Please leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think about the comments that you have heard. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And don't forget to also leave the suggestion for this segment of the channel. I will highly appreciate it very much. We are going to go live and we are going to discuss it. I'm going to announce the winner of the name of this segment on Saturday when we go live. Also, do share this video far and wide. I highly appreciate you guys for doing that all the time. Please also support other YouTubers, guys, by clicking the like button for them and also subscribing. Very important. I highly appreciate you. See you next time with a new video. Goodbye.